White man in boxing led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
What's that idiot? It was just a guy that was on like, go unsubscribe to him. I know he just had on a hat.
Blue boxing, blue.
B&B something.
Blue blood boxing or something.
Unsubscribe to him. He don't know shit. Nigga stupid, don't know shit. Tell him fuck him. Tell him if y'all see him, I'll smack him in the mouth. Whatever he want. I said, whatever. I said, nigga sucks. Unsubscribe to him. He's trash. But anyway, so it's fine.
All right, Andrew Ruiz get at Dillian Whyte over trying to play the sympathy card. We'll talk about that in a minute. But first, are the Charlos fake promotion working, you know, as far as selling their pay-per-view, or is it going to flop? Let's talk about it. That subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Don't forget, they're going up against UFC that night. Asanye, they last slide bender. I don't know the dude's name, but he the fake John Jones is what I call him, man. He going up against a really rough and tough, UFC fighter. That dude got a thick neck that he fighting too. And that's the same night. So let's talk about that. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. But yeah, the Charlos, you know, it's been told for me by PBC people that they doing fake beef to promote the fight. You know what I'm saying? And only thing that kind of went far, I didn't hear him say it, but somebody told me that Jamel called Jamal's wife a bitch. That kind of thing went too far, but they trying to do this fake beef to promote their fight, is what I'm being told. And you know, both of their opponents don't speak English, but to me, only hardcore fans know this boxing match that they having, this card, even without the undercard, if they just fought, it's worth the price of $65. You know, I don't think neither fight can fail to live up to expectations or exceed expectations as long as somebody don't get injured. You know what I'm saying? You got Rosario, who got punching power in both hands, and that's really changed the way he trained and eat. And you got Derevchenko, who fought, you know, Triple G, who fought Danny Jacobs, and who people felt that beat Triple G. I think him and Jamal Charlo gonna have the best fight that, you know, PBC ever had, you know, since they opened. But, you know, what they doing promotionally wise is only attracting boxing people. That's it. They promotion is going back and forth and bickering and talking they shit. It's only attracting boxing people. They didn't get opportunity to have a poster. They didn't have opportunity to have a press conference. The only press conference they had was talking to Brian Custer. So, you know, they haven't had that opportunity, you know, to really show what they can really do, you know, verbally. And they don't have a grand stage. So, honestly, I don't know how they can market themselves different. This pay-per-view is going to be what it's going to be. They're going to show some commercials the week of. And UFC just is popping right now. You know, the Sunday, him and old boy going back and forth. It's just free. They just giving great promotion and free promotion. And most of the casual fans that night, if they're not buying the UFC pay-per-view, they're going to be streaming the UFC pay-per-view. And it's just a bad night for the Charlo card. You know, I think the Charlo card has got two of the best fights you can make damn near out there as far as stylistically wise, and we don't include the names. And they bickering going back and forth. It's not flowing over to mainstream. It's not flowing over to casual fans. It's not showing up on ESPN. You know, and it's hard to market boxing in general because the dudes with the money don't know how to market boxing. You know, they don't do billboards. They don't do, you know, 24/7 all accesses no more. They don't want to pour money into the fight because they scared if they pour money in the fight, they're just going to lose more money. You know, instead of telling these guys to take a pay cut, you know, and fight on regular TV and build their brand up, they throw them on pay-per-view and they don't put the money into the fight marketing-wise for the pay-per-view to be fruitful. They scared to invest money in these fighters because they know these fighters ain't as big as stars as they think they is. And also, illegal streaming is really taking over the game. So that's kind of the situation that it's at right now. They can do all the back and forth talking they want to do and bickering and going back and forth, but it's not really attracting any new buyers. You know, all it is trying to convert some casual fans from being streamers to being buyers. And there's just not a lot of casual boxing fans out here in America that really can make that change. You know what I'm saying? Or that really can change the numbers drastically. You know what I'm saying? So we expect for the pay-per-view numbers to be bad. Not just because the Charlo brothers are not a huge name and they fight on a second-rate premium network as far as Showtime, because they haven't got the marketing they need to get. You know, how many Charlo commercials you seen? You know, they didn't even do a press conference. All they doing is throwing shit on pay-per-view and hoping to do better than expected. If it don't, that's the money you gonna make, and that's the problem. Nobody want to invest their money into these fights so it can make money and be fruitful, and that's going to be PBC downfall. You know what I'm saying? You have to invest into these fights. You have to push it. You have to show a day in the life of the Charlo twins. You know, they got to be personalities, and at this point, at 30 years old, they're going to flop. They're not going to flop because the product not going to be good. The product is going to be tremendous. As far as the two fights, the two main events, it's going to be tremendous. You know what I'm saying? The product is going to be bad because they don't know how to market boxing. This is why Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury failed to do over 1 million pay-per-views, and they invested all that money in the fight. Also illegal streaming. You know, this is why Pacquiao can't do 1 million. It's not attractive no more. They got to get back to ground zero and building fighters up on free TV. But by that happening, fighters got to take a pay cut. And it's hard to ask somebody that's 30 years old, 28, 32 years old to hit the reset button on their career and host that fight on free TV, bring them bigger pay-per-view numbers and bigger money down the line. It ain't no down the line. They are down the line. You know what I'm saying? So best thing that Al and Top Rank and DAZN ain't got no stake in this. They gonna be on the app. Best thing they can do is take the Gabriel Flores's, take the Joey Spencers, and the FN Jobways, the Daniel Du Bois, the Anthony Yard, whoever else all out there, the Colberts, the Gary Anton Russell. And you sit them down and say, look here, man. What we gonna do is we gonna put y'all on free TV, man. It'd be the co-main event, undercards. Y'all gonna be fighting 5-6 times a year. We want to get y'all names out there. That's how Teofimo Lopez built the buzz, fighting on the free TV and beating people up. That's how they got to do their prospects, and they got to build in their prospects. It's gonna be a process. I see this guy Broner was making this when he was 24 years old, but it's gonna be a slower process. It's gonna be more money if you good. It's gonna be more money at the end of the rainbow. You know what I'm saying? So they got to take their fighters, the young fighters, put them on as much free TV as they can. Every big card. If Wilder got a pay-per-view card, throw a few prospects on there. You know, if you got a big fight card on Fox, throw prospects on there. Let these prospects get out there and fight on free TV and build their brand up. You can't build your brand on DAZN. You can't build your brand on ESPN Plus. You can't build your brand on Showtime. You got to build your brand on CBS, ABC, ESPN, Fox Sports 1. And that's the problem. And for the Charlos, they doing all this beef and shit, even though it ain't really going to affect their livelihood or affect their relationship. You know, they doing all this beef and shit for no reason. Showtime is supposed to give you the platform. Your promoter's supposed to market you. They supposed to be running infomercials. They supposed to be having 24/7 and all access type shows for you, so you guys don't have to do all this bullshit. They supposed to be, getting you endorsements. And ain't no reason that boxers ain't in Gatorade or Powerade commercials. Ain't no reason why boxers ain't in, they ain't got their own shoes and all own apparel. It's a travesty. They should have multiple sources of income as far as endorsements, and that's how you build a fan base as well too. But it is what it is, man. But they got to compete with that UFC, and I don't think it's gonna do too well. I think the Charlos is gonna be a huge flop, not because the product ain't good. The product is excellent. It's gonna be a huge flop because UFC got all the juice and they got no marketing. UFC doing interviews, they going back and forth. They marketing that fight really, really well, and they a month out, and that fight ready to bubble. It's ready. It's already ready. All it's doing is marinating right now. All I'm doing is slow cooking right now. If you open that pot up and eat that corned beef, it's succulent, it's tender, it's good. The fat falling off the bone. And Charlo, they in the motherfucking crock pot and it's still frozen. And it's not their fault. This is what happened. Al Heyman don't know how to market no fire. Dana White, you say what you want to say about his support for Trump or what he say. He can say that when the majority of your fan base is Trump supporters, but the motherfucker know how to market in the 21st century. He know how to build a fight. And these dudes don't know how to build a fight. And they need to lean on Dana White to pick some of his brains. Remember, Dana White was the one that built his UFC fighters on free TV. People forget that. Dana White is what brought combat sports back on free TV. Then Al Heyman followed because he didn't have no choice, and he fucked it up. He kicked Kathy Duval off of NBC Sports. And Kathy Duval had a good thing going. Remember, she had Steve Cunningham fighting Tyson Fury on NBC. Her afternoon fights was gold. I don't really care for it, but and then Al Heyman kicked her off to put on bullshit fights. And Kathy Duval was putting on really, really good fights for the hardcore fan, and Al Heyman fumbled the whole NBC bag. He fumbled the ESPN bag. He fumbled the Spike bag so bad they went to Paramount Movies. That's what the name of it is now. He fumbled every network he had. He fumbled it bad. He could have just kept Friday Night Fights shit. NBC Sport and fights, main events fights on NBC Sport. Remember, that's when Kovalev started fighting that. But, it is what it is. Let's move on. Andrew Ruiz has some choice words for Dillian Whyte. He basically told him to stop playing the victim role, bro, And he told him, you know, you talk all this shit and disrespect all these fighters at the weigh-ins, and all of a sudden we supposed to have sympathy for you. I'm paraphrasing. He said, nah, bro. He said, fuck that. And Andy Ruiz, right? And people said, well, you know, he didn't want to fight Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte only wanted to fight Andy Ruiz after he lost. Remember, Andy Ruiz, the reason Andy Ruiz got the AJ fights because Dillian Whyte turned it down. You know what I'm saying? I had to talk to a UK guy in the live stream yesterday where he was trying to cap for Dillian Whyte. I cut that shit in the bud. Dillian Whyte a bum. If Dillian Whyte wanted the title shot, Dillian Whyte could have the title shot a long time ago. A long time ago. He could have started fighting Lucas Bryan, could have fought Ortiz. Instead of fighting Joseph Parker, he could have fought Ortiz. Instead of fighting Derek Chisora, he could have fought Dominic Breazeale. He didn't want to fight none of those guys. So just because you're number one in the WBC doesn't make you a mandatory, and people need to understand that. Andy Ruiz right. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I want to fight you. Like, no, just because you want to fight me don't mean I got to fight you. You know what I'm saying? You lost. You fought Povetkin and lost. Yeah, Andy Ruiz could have went in there and beat up Dillian Whyte. Just like Povetkin did. It would have been in a different fashion. Or a different way, but and nobody feel bad for Dillian Whyte. Yeah, it's a whole compilation of Dillian Whyte talking shit about fighting. Oh, he a bum. He garbage. He afraid. He ducking. Now he got knocked out. He want people to have sympathy for him. Man, for one, had you went out there and fought the best and stopped ducking all them fades, people will respect you. Nobody respect the motherfucker who ducked all them title eliminators and talk shit. Ortiz, oh, this, that, and the third, and then you go out there and get knocked out by old man and Povetkin. That's what you get. I called this ass whooping coming. I told y'all Dillian Whyte wasn't shit. Nobody wanted to believe me. Dillian Whyte wasn't shit. And you got anybody that you think is a credible boxing mind or a vlogger, and they told you Dillian Whyte was some good, unsubscribe from him. He's garbage. He's trash. Unsubscribe from him in my Charlo voice. Get rid of him. And that's just the God honest truth. He ain't good. You know what I'm saying? He looked good versus Povetkin. He looked technically sound. He was moving well. Jab was really good. Body punching. But eventually, sloppy seconds, Dillian Whyte showed up. He rolled over, got sloppy, got knocked the fuck out. And that's what I predicted. And I'm glad. I'm glad he went to sleep. I'm glad he went night-night. Andy Ruiz right. Like, Andy Ruiz wasn't talking bad about Dillian Whyte. It was Dillian Whyte talking bad about Andy Ruiz. When you undefeated, you know, and you look good, and Dillian Whyte ain't got nothing to say about you. But as soon as you get beat or you reached almost 35, 40 years old, then he want to fight you. Then he want to fight anybody that believe in Dillian Whyte, a grade A trash. I can see believing in Adrian Broner, believing in some other guys out here that you thought could have been good. You know, but believing in Dillian Whyte, come on, man. The dude who been popped twice, a dude that popped top versus Oscar Rivas, didn't notify Oscar Rivas, still fought him, still got dropped and struggled with him. This is a guy that you guys think is a good fighter. This is a guy that people in America that's advocating for and going against the grain on Wilder for. Dillian Whyte ain't nothing but a poor man's Wilder that's short, sloppy, and a solid body puncher. He's garbage. He's trash. Unsubscribe from him. You know, and Andy Ruiz right. Well, Ruiz didn't want to fight him. Dillian Whyte didn't want to fight Luis Ortiz. Dillian Whyte didn't want to fight Andy Ruiz when he was undefeated. Dillian Whyte didn't want to fight nobody. Dominic Breazeale. He didn't want to fight Dominique Breazeale. He didn't want to fight him. But yet again, you got people advocating for this dude, feeling sorry for this dude because they don't know the real. He never deserved a title shot. He deserved to be banned from the sport of boxing for failing multiple drug tests. Allegedly. Let me say allegedly. He deserved to be banned. He want people to feel sorry for him. Well, you know, guys out there, talk about me, they cowards. They ain't no coward. They got smacked the shit out of Dillian Whyte. What ODB say? With this Mac and I attack. Fuck Dillian Whyte. He's a pussy. Going around telling Dean is his brother and Dean is his lover. Lover and friends. Them boys butt buddies. But I don't respect no Dillian Whyte. You ducked AJ. You ducked Ortiz on several occasions. You ducked Dominique Breazeale. And then you sit here and cry and talking about Tyson Fury don't want to fight me and Wilder don't want to fight me. Come on, man. Niggas say, man, this motherfucker try to fight Michael Grant, bro. Yes, Michael Grant from the 90s. If you ain't old, Dillian Whyte don't want to fight you, bro. He turned down a rematch with AJ and cried. Get out of here, man. Nobody expect Dillian Whyte. He's a crybaby. He's trash. He's garbage. And I hope Alexander Povetkin end his career if they rematch again. And all of a sudden is, this happens in sport of boxing and I hope this nigga never fights again. He is the shit stain on the UK resume. He's garbage. He's trash. Nobody likes Dillian Whyte. Only people that like Dillian Whyte are weirdos. His own mama don't like him. You don't never see his mama say, "That's my son Dillian Whyte." His mama know he a mark. Get out of here. Let me know what you guys think. And don't forget he was getting beat up by Lawrence O'Callaghan in sparring. Oh my God. Like, come on, man. You talk about trash on trash, vagabond on vagabond activity, bum on bum. You getting beat up by Lawrence O'Callaghan. And then you had your lover, Dillian Whyte, go over there and tell him that don't post the video. No, I mean, you got your ass with your pussy ass, man. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Don't forget to check out our heavyweight boxing playlist, boxing news playlist. Let me know what you think about the Charlo card as far as how it's gonna sell and the fake promotion they doing. I think UFC gonna tap that butt. And let me know what you think about Andy Ruiz calling out Dillian Whyte, who got slept last week on the floor all day, taking naps, NyQuil, Z-Quil, Advil PM, Tylenol PM, got put to sleep. Y'all know what it is, man. We gone.